So we are in between of the MVVM architecture logging, right? So up to where we've written that. So service generator, right? We are here to write service generator. So in service generator also we add this kind creation and set token. So till set token be done. So next here it is showing the some error in unsafe HTTP. So URL helper done login credentials. Unsafe also we done here. Why it is showing? Just let me check. So service generator. Set. Okay. So next year we will do one thing. Okay. This is with the unsafe HTTP client. So with that, here we will create a project. So with that name, we will do here next step. So here I'm creating the one class or name of HTTP unsafe client. So in this, normally we will handle that URLs. So that we will add. So this we will use as an object. So object unsafe this. So here var. So unsafe. So var unsafe. Okay, HTTP client. So unsafe okay HTTP client equal to colon. So that is okay HTTP client. So in this normally we will handle the all kind of like URL URL should be in case of both like it will be normal or SSL so that it can be handled here. So just here we are try we will add in one try. So here normally we will add the trusted certificates. So this trusted certificates code, it will be little bit different, like remembering also little bit tough. So just I'll copy because this is a common code. So this I'll copy from the website because for all projects it is common. So no need to remember that. So that is unsafe. So this is the one. I will copy from here unsafe this. So this unsafe. So this is like a SSL certificate and a normal certificate. It can be handled. So that is here now. We will handle here that. Here unsafe. Here this is the certificates means this type of words and this thing remembering should be a little bit tough. So that's the reason just I copied that because this is common for every class. So like whatever we created now, so that as it is you can copy and paste in every way so that it will save. Right. So this once the unsafe has done. So the next step here, what we have to create the next step here. So that is in repository. Here we can create login repository. So we have to create a login repository. So class. So that is on the name of login repository. So I have created as the login repository. So within this login repository, now we will write that private var retrofit client. So that is retrofit client equal to. So with reference of the service generator, already we added that above service generator, right? From the service generator means in the service generator, we added already the retrofit code generator, right? Here we added the retrofit code, right? So with reference of this code, we are doing that. So login repository dot. So that is create service. From there, we are creating the service. So that is by using the API client. So already in the API client, we have the API reference we already created. So with that API client, colon class dot job. So with reference of this API. So combination of these two. So here we already written the which type of request it is in that we are doing here in the login record. Right. So next here we used to write one suspend function. So that is the suspend function. So do login. So that is for the login. I'm writing that. So suspend function do login. So here what we are sending here. So that is a request. So request body. Request body. So how we are requesting the data. So that is the request body. So that this request body. Here we are sending in the form of hash map, right? We added already there is a hash map. So that is in a string format, string and string, right here, colon. So we'll write here call. So that is in the form of JSON object. So that is the JSON object, right? So JSON object here, we will write equal to. So this we will write in next line. So we will define here call. So this call here, you should add this call as the retrofit call. So this is the one retrofit call, right? The retrofit call we will add here. So JSON object that is with the context. So with context, so that is this. So dispatcher. So by this option, dispatchers. So dispatchers dot IO. So with reference of this dispatchers.io, we are creating this. So here within this now what we will write. So whatever the retrofit client we created, the retrofit client dot get login response. So this login response here we are capturing. So that is with help of the URL. So URL helper dot login. So here we are sending the base URL is there attaching. Here we are attaching the next level of that. So and this and next one we are adding that request. So these two parameters we are sending here with this done here. So what it is expecting here. Okay. Once we write the next steps, then we will see here. So next here So here login view model UI as done. In this we will not written anything. Let's submit here. Just here one more class we have to create, that is login view model. So that login view model, which package we have to create, just I have some small out that I'm checking here. So here we have to create one that is view model. Okay. So within that view model package, we have to create that. So here we have to create one more package, that is the package. So that is the view model. So package name we have to create as a view model, right? So within this view model, now we have to create one more class. So that class name called login view model. So here we have to create a login view model, right? Login view model has created. So within this login view model, now this as extended has already we created a model, that is this extended has the view model. So this is extended as view model, right here view model as added here. So we can import this view model. So next here we have to create one private var repository. So that is equal to login repository. So we have already created this login repository, right? So from the login repository, we can call this. Next is the var login response. So login response equal to, so that is from the mutable live data. So with this, like we are doing this mutable live data in the form of string, right? So we are sending the string data, so that we have to define here, right? Next here, so we'll create one. So we already created the right do login method. So that do login method here we are adding here, we are using that do login method just before we created that do login method, right? So that do login method here I'm using to do the some activity. So in this normally now what we are passing here, so that is the JSON object, right? That is a JSON object column. So here we are sending data in the form of hash map. So that hash map means here string comma string. Suppose we are sending in the form of right here in this. So now view model scope, we create a one view model scope. So that is a view model scope dot large. So it will launch the view model scope. So launch view model scope. So here we are capturing the response where response equal to. So that is the repository dot. So do login. So that is in the form of JSON object, right? Whatever we are sending that we are writing here. Now here we will write the enqueue method. So whatever the response it is coming, so that we are handle here. So enqueue, that is our object. Okay, here it is expecting the question of null safety. So object dot callback. So this is also our previous regular method. So that is here callback. So with reference of the JSON object. So with reference of the JSON object. And here, now we need to write here, it is object column callback. So here we used to select this callback as a retrofit. Now here it has override methods, right? So we used to write that override. Override fun. So that is on response, override fun on response. So here now we used to call, that is call. So what is the JSON object? Right here, we'll define this call, import the call. So that is a retrofit call we used to import. Comma here, response dot. So response dot. So here we are capturing the retrofit responses, right? So that is here. Response. So that is in the form of, normally this code supposed to generate automatically while we are typing the on-response method, automatically it should come. So for some reason it is not generating. So that's the reason I'm writing here. So response. So with reference of this, it is. Then next here, enqueue method, here it is. So right here, callback, enqueue dot callback. Okay, this package it should not here. That's the reason. It is not generating that. So here, this should close. Right. So here we used to write on page. Yeah, now it did. Because of this bracket extra scheme, that's the reason this code has not generated here. So now within this, we will handle the response. So here, so the response dot code. So the response dot code equal to 200. In case when we get the code as 200, here we can say we can capture the response from the login repository dot value. So that is equal to, so JSON from JSON response from JSON. So that is the response dot body. So this is our regularly whatever we added there, that is the body, whatever the response it is coming, so that we are converting into body to string. So whatever the body we are getting, so that we are converting into the string. Right. So then comma. So here we are getting this from where we are getting this login response model. So from here we are getting login response model colon class dot Java. So from there we are getting this response. Right. So here if else, we used to write here else. So simply I write this error dot value error dot value equal to, so simply here I'll write that invalid login credentials. So simply I'm writing that invalid credentials. That's it. Right here. Okay, so this is done, but what is error here? Let's see. Okay, so the main class is pending, right? Once we write the main class, mostly this will resolve. Now we will see. So almost all the classes are done. So once this main class we write, so we will check one by one. That time now almost all the errors will be resolved. So now this is the all third party like all dependency as created. This is the main structure as stated. Now actual interaction has happening from here, right? So that actual interaction, how that is happening, so that now we will write within our main activity. So that is our regular main activity. So there we will write how to handle the request and responses, we will write here. So using these classes, previously every code we've written within this. But now here we want to access this right here. For that here now I want to access that is private. So private latent var. So that is the view model. So here we are declaring the view model. So that view model is, so we created here. What is the view model? Login view, right? I want to access the login view model here. Right, this is the class I want to access here, login view. So within a login view model, so I want to access the next step. So for even for this, we had already added the data binding, right? So we are binding column. So activity. So activity main binding. So activity main binding. equal to nullify condition, right? So here binding equal to data binding it with that. This is our regular activity only. So that is data binding. Util dot set content view. Here we will write. So this we have to import here. So here we will write that binding dot. So that is button login. So I want to write the listener for the button login. So button login dot set on click. So I'm writing that on click listener for this particular button. So on click list. Right, within this now I'm checking with one case, that is a valid. So I'm asking one method that is valid. In case if it is valid, it will enter into this loop. Otherwise, it will check with the binding here. So that is here. So within this now here, what we will write, var request. So request object. So here within a request object here, the request object equal to, so that here we are sending we are getting the data in the form hash of, right? So we already declared that. So that's the reason here we used to declare the hash mark here. So next here, where request object has done. So that is a request object dot put. So we are putting this request object. So within our request object now we used to call the key comma values. So keys we can capture from that. That is what I remember, that there is a simple username and password. So, but any of this you can confirm with the API first. You can check API document there you can put. So this is edit. Just I'm writing that whatever I remember here. So because this import has not done, so that's the reason just I'm writing directly. So once it is done, we will see the properties. So to string. Right. So I have created this one to string username. So next copy and paste here. So this is the password. So here it is password. So then these values we used to pass to the view model. So that is a view model dot. So this value we used to pass to the view model. So that is view model dot do log. So with reference of that we are calling here. So that is in this request. So this is this request object we are passing into this view model login into this. So that we are passing here this, right. Now here we used to write this, what is this valid method. So that valid method now we will check here. So meanwhile just first I'll check with this. So with this valid, I'll create one function here. So that is a Boolean function I have created here. Right. In this, I'll write if. So that is the text. So text utils dot so is empty. So I'm checking with text util dot is empty. So that is binding dot. So in case if any text empty, so dot text. In case if it is empty, then dot goes to. So whatever this is getting the data. So in case that is empty, here even this is code also we've written previously for writing the validation kind of thing. So that is here binding dot. So dot error. So we'll display the error. So that is the please enter valid email. Right. So from here we will give the return false. Return false. Right. So then next here else if so text utils here everything is same. Instead of this I'm adding the password. So password is empty. So here also it is same. Instead of this here now I'll add here password. Right, password. Right. So if not, then it will give the means both are valid, then it will give here. Here it will give the where this is closing. Okay. So else if okay, here we supposed to create one. So else if here it will give here. Here it will give the return as a true. So both are valid. So here we will get as a return. Means this is the validation we are checking here. This done. So the validation code has done. So what are the pending in this? So this once it is import, we will get to know why we added fill dot gradle. Okay, here we not added the data binding. That's the reason it is. So data binding enable equal to true. Almost we are ending. Like once we return this, we will discuss once again every thing so that it will be clear. So while loading this here, a few more things here. Now within a login before this, I'll write the two methods. So one is the setup view model. So setup view model and one more that is a setup observer. So setup observer. So both I have written here. So with name of setup for which both names will create one function here. So setup view model and setup observer. So within this, we will write some code. Right. So setup view model and setup observer. So here in this setup observer, so because we are accessing that data from this, right? So here I will write that view model dot login, not login repository, login response. So login response dot observe. So here it we have to, it will observe always the data, means in this only the UI interactions will happen. So here that interactions can be handled with the login response. So with the login response here, so that is binding dot. So here we have added one thing, that is the progress. So it will show once we click on that. So progress bar visibility we set it, so that the visibility progress dot visibility equal to view dot gone. So that progress bar in UI, so that will be hide when it is this login response, we got the login response. So then here we will write that toast, means here we will show the user interaction. So that is with reference of the toast. So toast dot make text. So toast dot make text. So that is this at the rate main activity. So here we will say that login success. Login success, comma. So toast dot. So toast dot. So that is so length dot long. So finally dot show, means this method observer will help to handle the this. So once this is done, we can move to the next activity that maybe right here. So in a setup view model, so here we will write that view model equal to, so that is view model. So view model provider dot view model provider of context. So outside here where we are handling this login view model folder class dot Java. Right. So almost everything code has written, just we can fix the issues. Maybe some of 1 or 2 lines are pending interest. So now that time is up. So that we will fix and we will run the program in next class.